Indonesian citizenship revoked. Dismissed for recklessly joining the Russian military. The case of an Indonesian citizen losing their nationality after recklessly joining the Russian military has drawn significant public attention. This incident clearly demonstrates that an individual's decision to take part in a foreign armed conflict carries severe legal consequences, including the loss of Indonesian citizenship. Under Law No. 12 of 2006 on the citizenship of the Republic of Indonesia, an Indonesian citizen may lose their citizenship if they voluntarily enter the military service of a foreign country without official permission from the president. Joining the Russian military, whether as a regular soldier, a military contractor, or a combat volunteer, falls squarely under this legal violation. This action is not merely an administrative offense. It strikes at the core of national loyalty. Indonesia upholds the principle that every citizen must remain loyal to the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia, NKRI. When a citizen willingly bears arms for a foreign nation, the law considers this an explicit transfer of allegiance, granting the state the legal right to revoke that person's citizenship. In addition to losing citizenship, individuals involved may face further sanctions, including dismissal from state institutions if they were previously members of the armed forces, police, or civil service. Such dismissal is enforced because the act fundamentally violates discipline, integrity, and the oath of service sworn to the nation. From a diplomatic standpoint, such actions can also create serious international implications for Indonesia. The country adheres to a free and active foreign policy and does not participate in foreign wars. Unauthorized involvement of Indonesian citizens in overseas conflicts risks damaging Indonesia's diplomatic position and international reputation. Moreover, once citizenship is revoked, the individual no longer receives legal or diplomatic protection from the Indonesian government. Should injury, detention, or death occur on the battlefield, the state is under no obligation to provide consular assistance. This leaves the former citizen in an extremely vulnerable legal and humanitarian position. This case serves as a strong warning to all Indonesian citizens not to be lured by promises of high salaries, ideological narratives, or propaganda encouraging participation in foreign wars. A momentary decision can result in the permanent loss of legal identity, civil rights, and state protection. Ultimately, citizenship is not merely an administrative status. It is a binding legal and moral relationship between the individual and the state. When that bond is knowingly broken by joining a foreign military, the most severe consequence, loss of citizenship, becomes the price to pay. Beyond the legal framework, the decision of an Indonesian citizen to join the Russian military raises serious national security concerns. Individuals who participate in foreign armed forces may gain access to military training, combat experience, and classified operational tactics. If they later attempt to return to Indonesia or move across borders, this background can be perceived as a potential security risk, prompting heightened surveillance or restrictions by authorities. There is also the issue of international humanitarian law. Foreign fighters are often deployed in high-intensity conflict zones where violations of the laws of war may occur. Even indirect involvement can expose individuals to accusations of war crimes or human rights abuses. Without the protection of Indonesian citizenship, such individuals must face international legal consequences on their own, including possible prosecution by international courts or foreign judicial systems. From a socio-economic perspective, losing Indonesian citizenship means losing fundamental civil rights, including the right to reside in Indonesia, own property, work legally, vote, or access public services. Statelessness or dependence on foreign residency status can place former citizens in unstable conditions, especially if the conflict ends or the foreign military no longer provides protection or employment. Psychological and humanitarian impacts should also be considered. Many foreign fighters experience long-term trauma, post-war psychological stress, and social isolation. Without the support of their home country or a clear legal status, reintegration into civilian life becomes extremely difficult. In many cases, former fighters are left stranded in foreign territories with limited options for a normal future. This situation also sends a strong message to the wider public that citizenship carries responsibility, not just rights. The Indonesian government's firm stance reflects its commitment to upholding national sovereignty, constitutional order, and international neutrality. Allowing citizens to freely join foreign militaries would undermine state authority and weaken Indonesia's position in global affairs. In the broader context, this case aligns with global trends, where many countries impose strict penalties on citizens who participate in foreign wars without authorization. The revocation of citizenship is intended not only as punishment but also as a deterrent, preventing others from making similar choices that could endanger national interests and personal futures. In conclusion, joining a foreign military is far more than a personal decision. It is a choice with profound legal, political, and humanitarian consequences. Once citizenship is lost, the path back is extremely limited, if not impossible, making this case a stark reminder that loyalty to one's nation remains a fundamental obligation in an increasingly unstable world. From an ethical standpoint, the issue goes beyond legality. Joining a foreign war without state authorization raises serious moral questions about responsibility, accountability, and the human cost of conflict. War is not merely a battlefield of weapons, but a space where civilians, infrastructure, and entire societies suffer. Individual choices to participate in such conflicts contribute to wider humanitarian crises. This case also reinforces Indonesia's position that national sovereignty and neutrality are non-negotiable principles. The government's response reflects a broader effort to prevent radicalization, mercenary activity, and unauthorized military involvement by its citizens. In an era of global instability, maintaining clear boundaries between national interests and foreign conflicts is essential for long-term security. In the end, this case stands as a powerful warning. Citizenship is not just a passport. It is a bond of loyalty, responsibility, and protection. When that bond is broken by choosing to fight under a foreign flag, the consequences are irreversible. No state protection, no legal certainty, no way back. This story reminds us that war may promise money, ideology, or adventure, but the true cost is often far greater than imagined. Think before you choose, because once citizenship is lost, so is the nation that once stood behind you.